It's time for the Super Mario Maker review for the Wii U. Most of you probably don't know, I don't really care for sandbox games. You know, where you have virtually or completely endless resources to create whatever you want. Out of the three of us, my brother was the one who enjoyed playing with Legos and Bionicles, hence his name Red Toa. I guess it's because I didn't like coming up with my own objectives. I like games that force you to complete a set challenge. So when I first heard about this game, I was like, yes! If you've never heard one iota of what this game is about, Super Mario Maker is exactly what you'd think it is. A game which lets you create almost any kind of level within 4 realms of the Mario universe. Want to create your own regular level based on the first Super Mario Bros? You can! How about an exciting airship level within the realm of Super Mario Bros. 3? You can! Scare players with a haunted house level in Super Mario World? You can! Swim through bloopers and say screw logic by dodging scorching firewall in an underwater level in New Super Mario Bros. You can! Only
imagination
is your limit. Well, actually that's not true. There are limits to any level you design. You cannot create one that lasts forever, plus there's a limit to how many items a level can hold. Now for the most part, the game is very generous to how many items a level can take, but I have had to adjust a few levels out of frustration because I wasn't able to add anything else. This is one of the games you can play with the gamepad alone. All you have to do is select items from your menu at the top and place them wherever you like on the grid that overlays the level. It's best to play with the stylus. You can just use your finger, but you'll enjoy it more with the precision the stylus offers. When you first begin, you won't have access to every item. As you continue to play, more and more will become available and will allow you to expand your creativity. I didn't like this. What's the point of locking items? It's not like they're difficult to obtain anyway, so why lock them in the first place? The editor itself is simple, but it allows you to get the job done without any major difficulties. There's a multi-grab option, which, as the name suggests, allows you to pick up more than one item at a time for fast adjustments. There's also a copy tool, which allows you to copy and paste any item, or group of items, selected. Along with an undo tool, these 3 simple but convenient tools are absolutely needed, because if they didn't exist, it would take longer to build a level, and it would overall decrease the fun. There's actually more items available than what your menu shows. If you select a specific item and shake it, it will turn into something else. Like green Koopas turn into red ones, a coin can turn into a red key coin, and an arrow marker can turn into a checkpoint. Not every item has different items hiding within them, but many of them do, and it's bittersweet. It's fun figuring out which items can turn into something else, however I'm not sure why they didn't just add these to more menu slots. Perhaps it's for convenience, so you don't have to keep switching back and forth between more menu lines than there are, but if you don't play this regularly, it's easy to forget how to create certain items, like the key. I did like how you can give enemies a mushroom to grow them, or even place enemies and items on top of each other. It just adds to the potential creativity. It's cool that you can add sound effects just about anywhere in the level. All you have to do is touch the space it's located, and voila! It's awesome that you can even add your own recorded sound effects as well. I also like that you could switch the realm of any level without having to create a new one. It's cool to see the different character and item models each one has. Even though you can create some pretty long levels, I would have liked it better if the vertical space was increased to more than what's currently available. It doesn't have to be a huge amount, but if it was at least 25% larger than what it is, that'd be nice. The graphics and controls are exactly what you'd expect, so there's not much to say about them, but that's not a bad thing. I thought having to constantly hold the stylus might get annoying, especially when you want to quickly test a portion of a level after editing it, but it's not a big deal. Once you're happy with your level, you can upload it for anyone to play. However, you must beat the level and at every checkpoint if present. When you pop on the server, you can check updates to your levels, such as who's played them, completed them, or even starred them. It's fun seeing how many people can complete a level you made, but you have to find a balance between difficulty and overall fun. If your level is extremely difficult, you're not going to get many people to try to complete it, and the opposite side of the spectrum is true. You're not benefiting yourself by creating uninteresting levels, because if they get too unpopular, Nintendo will delete them from their server. I understand why they do this. They don't want unpopular levels cluttering up the server, but still, I spend hours on building levels, and it sucks that not enough people are interested in them. Granted, they're not the most creative levels out there, but I still think they'd be good enough to make it into an actual 2D Mario game. Searching for levels is quite easy if you have the appropriate parameters set. If you don't want to search for levels though, you can browse through different lists of popular and recent levels. There are event levels where each one has a specific theme. In it, you'll find a unique sprite you can play as. If you complete the level with the sprite, you'll be awarded with that sprite, which you can use in your own levels. There's also 10 and 100 Mario Challenge. Here you'll play a set amount of random levels, depending on which difficulty you choose, and the goal is to rescue Princess Peach with either 10 or 100 lives. It's pretty fun, however some levels the game chooses for you to play are too easy or extremely cryptic, which isn't fun. As I said in the beginning, I don't really care for sandbox games, however this one is excluded from that list. Even before this game was announced, I always thought it'd be cool to create Mario levels. I had a lot of fun creating levels for the DS game N+, and so being able to create your own Mario levels from 4 different realms is just awesome. Now, if they could only create a 2D Sonic Maker. Oh, and before I forget, I'd like to issue a challenge. The first person to clear the very first level I created, called Risky Coins, and somehow proving that you did it, I will review one GameCube, Wii, Wii U, or Switch game of your choosing. You must prove you beat it, so that means I need to see you and the game footage. Either set up a camera with you sitting in front of the screen, or if you have a capture card you can do that too, but I need to see you and the footage together somehow. Upload the video to your YouTube account and send me a private message via YouTube's messaging system. I will leave the code to the level in the description below, and once someone completes this challenge, I will make a separate video claiming the victor, indicating the contest is over. Let the challenge begin. This game gets a 4.25 out of 5 with the title of Awesome. Why'd they give up on you? At least we got something.